So when I started playing Stardew Valley, I didn't know much about the game bar that it was a lot like Harvest Moon. And like Harvest Moon, there are things that I honestly wish I'd known before starting the game. So I'll just tell you about those things now in case you want to start anytime soon, so you won't make the same mistakes I made. Buy as many seeds as you can on day 1. You'll need a bunch of them for the bundles in the community center, and people will ask for them in quests as well. Whenever a new season starts, immediately buy all the seeds you want to plant that season. Some plants continue growing even after you've harvested them once, so you can get a ton of easy money out of them, but if you start planting too late, you're shooting yourself in the foot. The first thing you want to do in Stardew Valley, after you bought as many seeds as you could on day 1, is save up 2,000 gold to buy an upgrade to your backpack at Pierre's general store. And after that, save up another 10,000 gold to buy the next upgrade. Trust me, inventory space is life. So you sometimes see these squiggly little things in the ground, right? And you might have thought your hoe was pretty useless, but it ain't. The squiggly things are worms, and you can dig them out to get loot. All kinds of loot, like library editions, artifacts, ores, or fruit. Don't forget birthdays! I should have really known about this having played Harvest Moon so much, but if you give a villager a gift they love on their birthday, it'll net you 640 friendship points. That's nearly 3 full hearts. If you don't have anything they love, something they just like will also get you 360 points. Still about 1.5 heart. And don't worry if you've already gifted someone 2 gifts that week, the birthday gifts can be given regardless. I forgot about this entirely and missed out on all the spring birthdays, but basically all of my friendships are built on never talking to anyone and giving them 1 birthday gift every year. Everybody in town loves me. Why would I want people to like me, you ask? Well, because most of the villagers start sending you recipes and gifts once they warm up to you. Like Shane, who keeps sending me stolen goods from the Joja Mart. Sell any gold and silver star stuff you don't need for the fair, which I'll explain later. They don't give extra friendship points and no one ever asks specifically for high quality items, but they do increase in value a ton. You can buy a bunch of items at the same time by pressing Shift and right mouse button. Pretty simple, but I didn't know the first year. And this works for crafting stuff too. The little bubbles you see on the water don't have super fish in them, but when you fish in the bubbles you will get hits much faster. It's basically super bait. On Pierre's general store you'll find a calendar which you can use to check birthdays and festivals, but also a quest every so often, so make sure to check that every once in a while, because they pay you more money for your items and they'll like you for it too. While you're fishing, sometimes a treasure chest shows up. To catch the treasure chest, you need to hover your green bar over the chest, just like you would a fish. You do have to catch the fish as well though, or you won't get either. So just make sure you almost have a full bar of catching the fish, then grab the treasure chest and go back to the fish. Get a silo before getting any animals. I didn't, and during my first winter I spent a ton of money buying animal fodder. Not worth. Also make sure to go around your farm petting all of your animals by clicking on them. Animals love petting. North of the wizard tower in the forest is a large log that you can destroy with a copper axe. Behind the log is a secret forest with tree stumps that drop hardwood every day for a total of 12. And you want hardwood because they make the highest quality fences, and you need them for a house upgrade and to build stables too. Watch TV every morning. There's a program called Queen of Sauce that teaches you new cooking recipes, and when you watch the fortune teller, they tell you how lucky you'll be that day. When it says you will be showered with fortune, that's the maximum possible amount of luck and a really good day to go mining. And when you're just starting out, the show Living Off the Land has a few pretty useful tips too. Sometimes you get these quests that say Clint wants you to gather X amount of ore and show them to him, but you get to keep the ore. Now, if you already have these ores, you would assume you can instantly complete that quest, of course. However, if you were already holding the ore, or if you take out all of the ores out of your chest straight away, it doesn't count for the quest. You have to put your ores in a chest, and then take them out one by one, and then they'll count. Get bombs for the mines. I thought bombs were completely useless until I started mining in the Skull Cavern, which is a higher level version of the mine, and it has mummies in them that will only permanently die with bombs. During my first trip there, however, I only had a bomb, which is the middle-sized bomb, so I used it to kill a mummy and realized that it blew up all the rocks as well. So as long as you stack up on a bunch of bombs, you don't really have to use much of your energy at all. It's also a lot faster. You just sit down a bomb and blow everything to pieces until you find a ladder down. Cherry bombs are too small to do this, and I found mega bombs too big to be useful really, and they're also expensive to make. Regular bombs are easy to make with 4 iron ores and a single coal, and have a pretty big radius still too. When in game, hit escape, go into options and turn on always show tool hit location. You'll now see a little red square wherever your tools are aiming. Not having that activated gave me such a headache when I constantly watered the wrong stuff. The maximum time your character can stay up without falling asleep in the middle of the road is 2 AM. After that, you fall asleep, don't recover much energy, and people will start rummaging through your pockets. If you go to bed past 1, you also have a little less energy the next day, but it's not much of a penalty. Also, if you just pass out in your house, you won't get your stuff stolen either, and you just wake up in your bed. Don't go into the mines without food, and watch your health and energy bars. Passing out in the mines by getting knocked out by monsters costs you a bunch of money, and you forget about a bunch of levels in the mines, so you have to do those all over again. It's actually so not worth to die in the mines, I generally just reload my game when it does happen. Probably obvious to some, but upgrade your watering can during the winter, or when you know the next day will be rain, something you can check on the weather report on your TV. Upgrading stuff takes 2 days, so you'll be watering canless for a day, during which you can't water your plants. Okay, this is a bit of a silly one, but since I'm in the habit of randomly clicking things, I sometimes use my tools while I didn't really need to, but that costs energy even when they don't accomplish anything. So when you're not using your tools for anything, just equip a weapon or a scythe, because neither costs energy to use. Don't buy a Joja membership. I know I already said in my mini review that they're the devil, basically, but it's actually a bad idea too. From the very start of the game, you're informed about a Joja membership you can buy for 5,000 gold. But when you do, the community center is destroyed and replaced by a Joja warehouse. From there on out, instead of doing the community center bundles, you can just give Morris, the Joja representative, money, and the Joja people will fix the town for you. It'll cost you a total of 135,000 gold. And unlike the community center, you won't get any rewards for giving Mr. Morris money. The community center gives you seeds, food, farming equipment, materials, and literally even friendship. Along with fixing the town, of course. They also give you a trophy at the end, because you're awesome. Joja Mart gives you a slap in the face by saying, "Hey, because you paid for all this stuff, I got a promotion and now I'm leaving." Then they give you a Joja Cola vending machine that literally produces trash in the form of 1 Joja Cola per day that sells for 1 gold and is hated by everyone except for Sam, who likes it ironically. So in this case, selling your soul to the devil literally has 0 positive effects. Don't do it. You can't get to 10 hearts with a character who is noted as single, so a marriage candidate, unless you give them a bouquet. But the good news is you can literally give every single person a bouquet before you decide on who to marry, and it has no negative side effects. Everybody still loves you, and you get to watch the 10 heart events with everybody. Prepare for the Stardew Valley Fair. Now, I did a ton of research into this until they updated the wiki page the day I was nearly done, but the gist of it is, there's a fair on the 16th of fall where you can show off your best items and get points for said items. Depending on how many points you got, you're awarded 1st, 2nd, 3rd, or 4th place, and you get some star tokens. With 2,000 star tokens, you can buy a star drop which will permanently increase your energy by 34 points. I failed to prepare in my first year and I was a little salty about that, so I'll give you the easiest way to get your star drop. When fall starts, make sure to plant at least 6 pumpkins, and when they're grown after 13 days, don't sell any of them. Along with the 6 pumpkins, gather literally any flower, any fruit, and any animal product. I tested this with 1 sweet pea, a flower you can pick up anywhere around town during summer, a blackberry, a fruit you can shake from the bushes during fall, and a regular egg. These items give the lowest possible score, so anything should work. Now, once the 16th rolls around, you take your 6 pumpkins, your flower, your fruit, and your animal product, and you go and show them off. You'll get a score of at least 79, which gets you second place. Yes, second place, because first place in your first year is a hassle, and these are tips you can use without hassle. So without hassle, you now move towards the spinning wheel, and you bet all of your points on the wheel, twice. So you bet your 500 points, win, then bet your 1000 points and win again. You now have your 2000 points to buy the star drop. And if you lose, you just reload the game a few times until you don't lose. I thought that was a good one to end on. I hope you got a few useful tips out of this at least, so you can go forth and farm safely. See you next time!